Hi there, dear salespeople. Thank you so much for helping us out here. You're not only helping HirePatriots and yourself, but as I've said before, you're helping tens of thousands of veterans across the country, GIs, their families, senior citizens, community residences, small businesses. You're having a tremendous impact upon America, and I want to thank you for that very sincerely. One of the things that I wanted to mention to you tonight was that stories sell and facts tell. So one of the most effective things you can do when you talk to a potential client is to tell them a story. Now, the story that I often use and Tori often uses very effectively for explaining to people who we are and what we do is just the story of us getting HirePatriots started. And that was a Marine who had been in a Jeep in Iraq with 3 other Marines. And they went over an IED. The Jeep blew up something like 40 yards into the air, landed on the ground in fire. 3 of the Marines were dead. He survived after multiple operations, returned home, and found that his wife and 2 kids were living in a house with no utilities, heat, electricity, or light. His wife had lost her job. She had lost a family car. She couldn't find another job. She had to take her 2 small kids out of daycare, so that really made it impossible for her to find a job. So she just waited until her husband came home after recuperating from his injuries. And when he did return home, and he saw his family in that condition, he didn't hesitate. He dropped his duffel bags on the porch, walked down the street, started knocking on doors. Knocked on my door and stood up as straight as he could for an injured Marine that probably could not be a Marine anymore, and said, "Sir, do you have any work that I can do around your house or your yard or any repairs so that I can earn some money to get the electricity turned on for my wife and my kids?" And that's how we started HirePatriots, him knocking on the door. And we started a free 1-day job board so that any resident living near a military base could post jobs for the local GIs and the young veterans, as well as their spouses. So that no combat veteran, no GI in America will ever have to suffer that kind of depravity and poverty again. And so HirePatriots is all about supporting our military, supporting our young veterans. Now, when you tell that story, and there's so many thousands of other stories that we can share with you, but just by telling that story, the story of how we got started, really impresses patriotic people. And when you follow up after telling that story with, and so that's what we're asking you to support. We're trying to bring that program to your region. We want to help out the GIs and the veterans in your region, their families and their spouses and their children. Would you pitch in? Would you be willing to help us out? It's very hard for someone to say no. And so stories tell, and facts. Facts tell, stories sell, and that's an old adage that goes well with sales. Bring people into the experience. Don't just tell them facts. We have this rating, this, that. Tell them something that their heart can identify with. And so tell them that story. And that will help you tremendously in making sales for HirePatriots. Thank you so much.